Do you have a loved one with disabilities? If so, do you wonder what the smartest way is to save money for them and to provide for them in the future? If so, stay tuned to learn whether an ABLE account is the way to go rather than a traditional special needs trust.
Welcome to this episode of Your Legal Legacy with your host, Attorney Michelle Conti.
The Achieving a Better Life Experience Act, better known as ABLE Act, is perhaps the most important law passed by Congress since the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act in 1990. But the question remains, what is the best option? As a parent, should I set aside money for my child with disabilities by using an ABLE account, or do I use a third-party special needs trust? The answer isn't an easy one. There are rules and guidelines that must be followed, but generally, if your child became disabled prior to turning 26 years old, then an ABLE account might be considered, but only if the account is small. There's very little point to establishing an ABLE account that has a significant amount of money in it. There are two primary advantages to an ABLE account. The first one being that the income builds up tax-free, and the second, that the cost of establishing and administering the account is relatively small. The disadvantage, on the other hand, is that on the death of the beneficiary, any monies that remain in that account must first go back to repay Medicaid for any medical assistance paid during the beneficiary's lifetime. The difference between the ABLE account and a third-party supplemental special needs trust is that there will be costs to establish and administer the trust, but there's no Medicaid payback on the beneficiary's death. Once an ABLE account reaches $100,000, the beneficiary's SSI or supplemental security income is suspended. If the funds are in a third-party trust, the SSI remains in effect. Between the benefits in the SSI payment and the advantage of the Medicaid payback trust, the cost of establishing and administering, the trust probably makes the most sense. If you have questions about what planning strategy makes the most sense for your loved one with disabilities, give me a call to schedule your free consultation and allow me to ensure that your child doesn't lose the benefits that they deserve. I'll see you soon with more tips on creating your legal legacy.
Thank you for watching Your Legal Legacy. For more great information, visit ContiLawLLC.com.